Hi, I'm Shelley Treacher from bristolcounselling.co.uk, and I'm carrying on talking about how you can stop or reduce comfort eating or binge eating. And I know there will be some people watching who are wondering whether to label themselves a binge eater or a comfort eater, so I just want to address those labels to start with. So, we're all comfort eaters. Most of us are comfort eaters. Most of us respond to stressful situations with needing something to take the edge off that stress. And often for us, it's food. There are so many other different things that we could be using, and many of us are. But food is a really easily accessible, popular one to choose, which does actually have an effect on our system. So it's just so easy to turn to food if you need comfort. So everybody can relate to that. And then you go right up to the other end of the scale where there are people who binge eat continuously and can't really do much else, can't function in life, can't move, can't do anything, can't hold down a job, can't have a relationship, and just really have to eat all the time. So you can see that we all kind of fall somewhere along that continuum, and it might even be a good idea to draw that line for yourself and see where you are on that line. How far have you gone into binge eating or responding to needing comfort food instead of responding to hunger? And you can characterize binge eating by really, I think the thing that defines it is how much you're out of control, how much you eat and how much you're out of control and how often. So you might have a binge once every month, or you might have a binge every 3 days, or you might have a really big binge every day. All of these are normal, all of these exist, all of these deserve not to be judged, because really behind it is going to be more and more difficult emotion and less knowledge about how to deal with that emotion. So you might find that if somebody binge eats more often, then they've got more of a traumatic past and more of a traumatic history and more reason to overeat or to eat away the feelings. So that's really all I wanted to point out today, that this work, these tips that I'm doing, the work that I do, can help anyone on that spectrum, because they're all about self-confidence and finding a different way to think and a different way to manage how you feel. If you have any questions about the definitions, I'd be happy to go into that. There certainly are diagnostic statistical manual definitions based around control. I don't particularly want to get into diagnosing people, but I do know that some people think that someone who just comfort eats is not going to understand somebody who binge eats, and perhaps vice versa. And really, I think they can all be understood with compassion. And that's the point. So if you've got anything to say, I'd be very happy to hear it. Thank you. For more support, join my Facebook group, Comfort Eating Recovery Support Group, or look at my website, bristolcounselling.co.uk, or you can email me, shelley_treacher@hotmail.com. You can also find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.